coming from Africa, a lot of our food is very, very, it's flavorful. It's not always spicy. We have that too, but we also have a lot of like savory spices and depth, and we have different spices for different things, some for cooking meat, vegetables, and stuff like that. So I started doing that because I wanted to be a little bit more healthy to its fullest. So I started um, just mixing and finding different spices from different parts of the world. And I started incorporating that in my meals. And that my husband is actually from here. So he really loved it. He's like, maybe you should see if you can sell some of this stuff. And I actually started selling it on Etsy online. And within a few months, Amazon approached me and said, why don't you try and sell your products on our site? That's really been that's how we started. It started slow, but as people became aware of what we have to offer, we started growing our business.
So I want to ask about the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program.
Oh my gosh. I think that's one of the best experiences I've ever had. The amount of information that they cover and the depth and a lot of the instructors that they bring in is just phenomenal. I wish I had that 8 years ago, but but I'm glad that I made it into the program even. But to me, it was just incredible because it really forces you to step back from your business and really take a look at it. And a lot of the areas that I know I was weak at especially the financial piece that I really, it gets to a time when you like, I don't even want to look at it. So it's like, it's kind of like when it got to that section, they really force you to really take a look at your financials and really understand what's driving your financials, and also understand what's driving, if you're successful, what's driving your success. So is it something that it can be repeatable? So instead of just kind of like, yeah, like, just putting out there, hopefully that works, you start building the data behind what works, for what's working for you, for your business, and you start refining that and optimizing that. So and the my fellow cohorts, I mean, they were, I don't know how, it's almost like they were inspired. It's like they picked the right people and they put you in the right teams, so you're able to interact with people you don't realize, but they have knowledge that you need, and you're able to just share your experiences. And it's amazing, everybody was just helpful and open. And the one thing that I really loved is it's almost like they give you permission to be vulnerable. Just because you're a business, you may be struggling, not successful, because a lot of people look at entrepreneurs, if you're an entrepreneur, why are you, like, it's like, why would you even do that? Yeah, it takes a little bit of having that risk factor, but being put in a group of like-minded um, business people who, most of them, even some of the stories of how they started, it's just incredible. So I loved the experience. I would definitely just recommend it. I'm still in touch with a lot of them. Yes, I'm actually doing business with one, and I touch base with a lot of them, at least it depends, either every other week or at least once a month. I know we're supposed to have like a formal get together being put together. I don't know where that is right now, but yes, I keep in touch with a lot of them. A lot of them who actually, I have some who are like my like my pillars, it's like my sounding board. Do yourself a favor and apply and pray to God you make it in. Let me tell you, it's worth it. It's really worth, sometimes it's worth to just pause and take a step back, and this program helps you do that. And it helps you think through a lot of things that maybe you wanted to do and maybe never had a real way of implementing it, or maybe figuring out how you're going to implement it, or what you're going to do it, or even maybe wanting someone who will give you an honest feedback. This program with your fellow classmates gives you that opportunity.